So I got DM'd on Instagram by a chap who told me that he was really on creating wealth in the community and for his family. I hope that he doesn't mind me sharing our exchange with you all, but he mentioned that he found it hard to navigate the finance world. There's so much info and jargon out there that it's easy to get confused. And if I got the chance at some point, would I recommend my top personal finance resources? Guys, I love it when you holler at me and you tell me what you want to know more about, what topics you want to see more of, and what would help you. It enables me to literally give you what you want, and it gives me even more content and ideas. It's absolutely ideal for me to be directed by yourselves out there to make subscriber requested content. So today, as requested, I'm going to share my top personal finance resources with you guys. By the way, if you want to get in touch with me and give me your ideas for future videos, I'm at Warren Gosling on Instagram. That's at Warren Gosling. Hit me up in the DMs, let me know what you want to know more about, and I will make the content. And if you smash that like button and leave a comment on this video, guys, also it'd be much appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to divide this video into property resources and personal finance resources, because these are the two primary areas that I want to be covering on this channel going forwards. So beginning with property, guys, my first resource is the Property Podcast.
Hey, it's Rob B here with Rob D, and you are listening to the Property Podcast.
Guys, I honestly can't even put a number on the amount of train journeys, car journeys, plane journeys, walks that I've spent listening to this weekly podcast over the years, guys. It is insanely good. When it comes to UK property, for me, there's no better resource of free, in-depth knowledge on the ins and outs of property. Guys, these guys are easily in #1 spot. They're called Rob and Rob, and they present this podcast every week. They teach all the fundamentals of buy-to-let property investing, guys. Pretty much every topic and area that you can think of. Honestly, guys, I think there's over 300 episodes. Everything from tax to insurance to where to buy, how to set property goals, etc. In fact, there's over 400 episodes, guys, and they release 2 per week. So there's lots of content there to listen to and really get up to speed and get to a level that will take you above most people when it comes to property knowledge. And I honestly think they're the best out there, guys. I'm not even going to play it cool. I'm gassed, but that's how much I like it. The second resource for property, guys, is a Property Tribes forum. Remember forums, guys? Shout out to all of you millennial 80s babies out there who used to hit up forums after school in the IT center. So you go here if you want to ask questions, whatever they may be. There's no stupid questions, guys, to other landlords in the UK. There's loads of them on there. And I've used it many a time, guys, for everything from advice on tenant issues to whether I should buy as a limited company and everything else in between, guys. In fact, I've asked so many questions on there that I'm now an established member. Get that, guys? So they must be sick of me on there by now. My third resource, guys, is a Property Hub forum. It's the same people who bring you the Property Hub podcast that I mentioned at the beginning. They also have a forum. It's basically the same as a Property Tribes forum, but I would say it's slightly less active, guys. People tend to respond in larger amounts and quicker in the Property Tribes forum, but in this one it tends to be less quicker responses and generally less volume overall, but it's still a great forum nonetheless. If I have a question, guys, I'll put it in both forums, okay? So they're both pretty good, but one's more active than the other. My last property resource, guys, is the HM, Her Majesty's Land Registry. I go here whenever I want to find out the current and historic prices of an individual property. So if I find an individual property, I can go here and find out how much it's sold for over the years for free, guys. It has those records on there, it's publicly available, and it also gives you the same property prices for specific regions, guys. So if you want to look in an area like a postcode or a city, it has that information on there. Because this is a registry, guys, where all sold house prices in the UK are recorded once transacted. It's completely free to access. You don't have to have any membership. You don't have to sign up. You just log onto the website and you search away. So it's an amazing resource and I use it all the time, guys. I generally do. So if you're looking at purchasing a property anywhere, whether it's buy to let or to live in, at any time, start here, guys, to give you an idea of comparable prices, guys. Top notch. So now let's talk about personal finance resources. So number one is obviously me, right, guys? And in a closely for second place is a book that I'll always speak highly of, and that's called The Richest Man in Babylon, guys. You may have heard of this book before, and there's a reason for that. I think it sold over 14 million copies worldwide. Everyone should read this book. I think it should be on the national curriculum, guys, no matter what you do in life, what your interests are. If you have a bank account, you should really consider reading this book. It's fundamental stuff, guys. It's a relatively short and easy read. It's not long at all. And what I like best about this book is that it's written as a story with characters. So it keeps you engaged. There's a story to it that's quite entertaining, but also it teaches you finance fundamentals along the way, guys. So things such as paying yourself first, delayed gratification, saving, stuff like that, guys, as well as investing, things like getting advice, insurance, diversifying your streams of income. All of that is in this short storybook, guys. I highly, highly recommend it. My next finance resource for you is Money Saving Expert, guys. If you've heard of Martin Lewis, you'll know that he's an OG of personal finances in this country, guys. He's kind of like the British Dave Ramsey, but much better, guys. He's much more informative and less ranty, in my opinion. I don't know if you like that kind of stuff. I'm not feeling it, but Martin Lewis is that guy. Anyway, he created a site called Money Saving Expert, which you may have heard of. He actually sold it in 2012 for £87 million. That's how much of a great resource it is. And the focus of this website is to provide people with information on saving money in the form of deals, tips, and journalistic articles, guys. It also has a forum, I believe, as well. It has a reported 2 million users and more than 47 million posts. So anything that you're looking for is likely to be on there, guys. I highly recommend it. And yeah, as I just mentioned, it has a forum also with people who help one another get out of debt, find deals and ways to save money. They're a very nice bunch, guys. I absolutely love it. Now, my last top personal finance resource is a YouTube video, guys. Surprise, surprise, called Ray Dalio, How the Economic Machine Works.
How the Economic Machine Works in 30 Minutes.
I've talked about this in other videos, but it really is excellent, guys. I think it's really important for us to understand how the economy works, the wider economy. I studied economics at uni, and this is the best description of how the economy works and debt that I've personally seen in all the textbooks I've read and all of the texts that I've done and all of the lectures that I've had, guys. He describes how the economy is driven by what we call debt cycles.
This self-reinforcing pattern leads to economic growth and is why we have cycles,
which are created by governments, central banks, and are actually key to keeping the economy ticking over, because debt generates consumption and economic activity and spending. And then he then takes us down on the individual level to show you how the economy affects us personally, me and you, day to day. It's a must-watch video, guys. I watch it every couple of months just to keep my brain ticking over and to refresh myself. So that's today's video on my top personal finance resources, guys. If you found this video useful, guys, please consider subscribing and drop me a like and a comment. It really helps the algorithm. It helps to push this video to others and grow the channel. You guys take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week.